Transformers 96 here with another review. This time we have a Marvel Universe. I believe it was from the Avengers Assemble subline of the Avengers line of figures, which is the leader. So overall, very nice. So he comes from a series that I really didn't collect. They were kind of based off of, I believe they were kind of based off of a cartoon, but there were some figures that were just made to be the comic versions of those figures or those characters. I'm not quite sure what the whole line was all about. It didn't do too well from what I know, and I really didn't collect it other than for this figure. I do like the leader a lot, so I was definitely very happy to see that they were making a leader, and that's why I picked him up. I found him at Comic-Con. I've actually never seen this guy on retail. But yeah. But now let's go over the figure. So overall, this figure is a repaint with a different head sculpt. That's basically it. Although it is quite a nice repaint, I must admit. Going over the actual sculpt of the suit is very nice. I do like the kind of boots that are kind of, the boots are kind of, I don't know what you'd call it. They're almost like a mechanized type of boot. They're not so plain. I do like them a lot. And then you do get like a bodysuit underneath armor. That's kind of what it looks like to me. And I like it a lot. I like the whole shoulder pieces that come off. Look very nice. I do like this set a lot. Only problem on mine is you do have a little smudge of black paint on the back of the thigh. The black on his costume I really like. It's a very dark, rich black with the gauntlets and parts of the torso and then the legs having a very shiny look to them, which I really like a lot. I think it gives a lot of character. You've got a kind of a more mellow type of orange, which I think looks nice, and then a very dark green. Overall looks wonderful. Going over the actual head sculpt, really well detailed, I must say. The whole kind of brain on the outside type of look looks really nice. They did a wonderful job. They went with a more rounded head instead of more of an oval. Like, you know, I see him with an oval and smooth looking head a lot. They went with a different version. I can't say this is my favorite version, but they did do this version very well, so it's hard for me to complain about it. I have to say I like the design in the face as well. They did a wonderful job with the head sculpt, I must say. The head sculpt is absolutely beautiful on this figure, and I do like it a lot. The only problem that I have with this figure was a problem that I had with the original one that came out, and that's the relatively lack of articulation. It's not that he doesn't have much articulation, it's just that this originally came out with the Avengers series of figures from the movie, and those figures got the articulation cut of not having wrist swivels or ankle articulation or torso, so he is lacking in those areas. But other than that, he does have good articulation. He's got a ball joint head, which moves quite well. Ball hinge shoulders. He has a hinge swivel elbow. No wrists, like I mentioned. He's got ball hinge thighs with a thigh swivel, and then hinge swivel knees. Overall, quite nice. Obviously, could have some more articulation. One piece of articulation that I've always wanted with this sculpt is swivel wrists. More than anything, the swivel wrist would have been quite nice, and I would have liked to have that a lot. The original mold, of course, was this right here, the Skrull Soldier. Obviously with the different heads now, and overall looking nice. It is a mold that I do like a lot. I did do a custom pyro with the mold, and there you go with the, you know, an angel head. Overall, I like the mold a lot. I think that it's quite versatile, which is why I think they reused it, because it really works for a lot of characters. Any character that is kind of like, you know, they can wear like a bodysuit with armor on top of it kind of fits for this mold. So I do like it a lot, and I think it looks quite nice. And I would definitely highly recommend this figure. Let's go over some size comparisons here with other figures from the comic series. Hulk and Abomination. As you can see, looking quite nice. Let's see here. Abomination is a bit taller than Hulk, and I think that he goes great with either one, because obviously he's either fighting the Hulk or he's standing side by side with Abomination, and he looks good with either one. The greens all very much match, which I do like as well. Like, one's not like a big bright green, one's not like a mellow green, then one's a dark green. They're all relatively dark greens, which I think look quite nice together and fit quite nicely. Overall, I would recommend this figure if you like the leader. If you're not a big leader fan, then, you know, there's no reason to go and hunt this guy down or you know, spend any decent amount of money on him online or anything like that. I would just recommend this for any fan of the leader or just fan of Marvel villains in general, because I think that he does go quite nicely with a lot of Marvel villains, because he is more of a main villain, as well as we just don't get too many figures of him, so it's always great to get a character that, made into a figure that doesn't usually get a figure representation, so it is wonderful to get this one. So there you go, that's my video review review of the I don't remember what this line is from, but I'm just gonna say Marvel Universe leader. Thanks so much for watching.